What is happening, guys? My name's Combat Muffin, and today we're doing another 5 list things. This time we're doing the 5 worst things about the BESPIN DLC, so stick around and we'll jump right into that. Now, 2 things before we get started. Even though this is the 5 worst things, do not get me wrong, I am very pleased with what the BESPIN DLC has delivered. I'm always grateful to get new content, and it's really great to have this new content to play with. It's been really good. However, there are a few things that are a little bit aggravating about this DLC, and I'd like to share them out with you today. Which leads me to the second thing is, you may disagree with some of the things I say, which is totally okay. The things that aggravate me may be different than the things that aggravate you. So if there's something that you disagree with or something that I may have missed, be sure to put that in the comments and we will have a nice chat about that. That will be awesome. Please put that in the comments below. Alright, we got that out of the way, so let's jump right into number 5, which is one of the maps of the new BESPIN DLC. The BESPIN DLC delivered 5 new maps, 4 of which I find really good, especially the Bionic Laboratories. That map presents really good symmetry, really even sides, but we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk and complain about the Carbon Freezing Chambers map. When they first started announcing information about the DLC, I was more than excited to start playing on this Carbon Freezing Chamber map. It seemed really exciting and I can't wait to play on it. I couldn't wait to play on it. But when I saw it, the map just seemed so confusing and so close quarters, which is good for a lot of weapons, which we will get back to in the future. But it's so confusing and it's so tight quarters that there are so many opportunities to get multi-kill and just having yourself killed and respawn and kill and respawn. There are so many videos out there since the BESPIN DLC drop of people getting 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills with a thermal imploder or even a thermal detonator. It is that close quarters. Of all the things that will be on this list, this is the least changeable. And I know I'm complaining about something that the cards have been dealt and there's nothing real I can do about it. But this map really kind of irritates me how there's such close quarters and how it's so easy for people to get kills with grenades and explosives like the Smart Rocket, Thermal Detonator, and others. The next up has to do with the 2 new weapons added in the BESPIN DLC, the X8 Night Sniper and the EE4 Blaster Rifle. It amazes me how far apart these 2 weapons are. One is on borderline OP and one is a disaster and is almost impossible to use on the battlefield. Yes, it is true that they will be buffing the X8 Night Sniper in the future, which is really good, but it amazes me that they can't get this right on the first try. It's unfortunate that the X8 Night Sniper is not playable at the moment because I think the thermal ray vision idea is such a cool idea and I was really excited to play with it. But then when I realized that the X8 Night Sniper was very weak on the damage end, it really disappointed me and I can't wait for that buff in the future. And the weapons is a perfect segue into number 3 on the list, which is the heroes. The BESPIN DLC introduced 2 new heroes, Dengar and Lando Calrissian. Dengar I'm not going to really talk about too much. I think he's an average hero that brought a lot of new ideas to the table and he's been performing fine, not too OP, not too weak, he's right in the sweet spot middle. However, Lando Calrissian is a totally new ballgame. Not only is he struggling with the X8 Night Sniper, which is a very poor weapon, but also his abilities are on the weaker side too. Take for instance Lando's ability where he lays down a trap disguised as a hero pickup. A really interesting ability and it gets me almost every time because I'm so ambitious to get that hero pickup. However, I believe it is capable for a soldier to survive that kind of hit with a back bomb. I could be wrong. Please be sure to correct me in the comments below. I could be wrong. Now, not only is it capable of surviving that kind of hit, but that ability is completely useless in game modes like Hero Hunt, Heroes vs. Villains, and even Sabotage. Let's just take the example of Heroes vs. Villains. If you are selected as a soldier and not a villain in that game mode, and you see a hero pickup, it's obviously not a real hero pickup, which means that it's a completely useless trait to put down. Now that doesn't mean I haven't seen people be total dumbasses and go after it. But still, if you have a smart mind, you will know that it is clearly not a hero pickup, thus making that ability completely useless. Another one of his abilities is Disruption. Now, I'm not saying that's bad, but it's already in the game as the Disruption star card, and soldiers can use it just as well as Lando can use it, which makes it about equivalent to any given soldier. And his last ability, where you have to charge up to get a bigger hitting shot, is just very slow. I believe if you charge it up to the max amount every single time that you had the chance of the cooldown available, you could get more DPM out of, let's say, Princess Leia's Trooper Bane than you would with Lando, making that ability somewhat redundant. Now, despite all that I've said, I still think the addition of Dengar and Lando has been very good, and Lando, I believe, is just looking at a few more buffs in the near future that'll get him up to par. So let's jump into number 2, which is the Cloud Car. What the hell is up with the Cloud Car? That thing has 0 health, takes forever to accelerate at full speed, and it has very little firepower. I don't know what is up with the Cloud Car and what they were thinking there. Fortunately, with the addition of the Cloud Car, there was no balancing issues because the Imperials and Rebels get the exact same machine. However, I don't understand what is going on with the Cloud Car's health, the Cloud Car's acceleration. It really doesn't make any sense to me. You can easily take down a Cloud Car with your primary blaster. It is that low on health. If you are in a game of Fighter Squadron and you see the ability to take a Cloud Car out into battle, just forget about it, because that would be a waste of your time. Do not even think about choosing it. Choose another vehicle, not the Cloud Car. That was number 2, and now we're at number 1, which I find the most aggravating, the most annoying, more than all of the others on the list combined, and that is the new kill assist animation on the screen when you get a kill or assist. Before the addition of the BESPIN DLC, kills would be marked with red text, assists with white text, and critical kill assists with yellow text. That is when you did the majority of the damage and a teammate picked off your opponent for the rest, typically a kill steal. However, they seem to scrap all of that and get rid of the critical assists and just have assists, where they have the same color font as kills and they are worth the same amount of points, which puts us where we are now. It is very confusing, and I do not like it. It is, unless you're paying attention, you don't know if you had the kill or you had an assist. It is pretty annoying. Now, that doesn't seem so bad, and if that were all that were wrong, I could definitely live with it. However, this right here is the very most worst, most cynical part that has ever happened to the world ever. And that is, if you get an assist on the team table when you hit the D-pad or whatever it is for Xbox, I'm not familiar with it, it shows it as a kill. So if you get 40 assists, 0 kills, and 40 deaths in a game, it will say that you are 40 kills and 40 deaths, 40 and 40. However, in reality, you are 0 and 40, which is the worst part about this. I don't know if this is an actual bug / mistake, or this is so the players have an impression that they are doing better than they actually are, but I deeply want it to be fixed, and I really want it to go back to the original system, because there was nothing wrong with the original system. It worked perfectly well, and I really enjoyed that. And that is the end of my rant. Be sure, if you disagree or agree with anything in the list, please put it in the comments below. I strongly advise that you do. And if I missed anything, put that in the comments below as well. Always, as always, like and subscribe if you like this video at all. And subscribe for some more Battlefront content. We have plenty of Battlefront content on the channel. Be sure to check that out. Always, as always, my name's been Combat Muffin, and I'll see you guys on the other side.